Fast cars, fast service. Visit lebhobbies.com. Hey everybody, welcome to another Slotcar News. Yes, again on the back porch because boy howdy, it is beautiful outside. You may be able to tell one of my neighbors is mowing. I'll probably have to mow too. That kind of sucks. Something that doesn't suck. NSR Reparto Corsa cars. There is a Aston and a McLaren 720S. Both of these will be available when they are released. I'd say probably next month. They will be made available with pre-tuned chassis as the Reparto Corsa cars do. One for plastic and one for wood. Looks like the main difference being, I mean, I know there are other differences, but one of the main and probably most important differences is the motor. The plastic cars have the long can with, I would assume, magnetic downforce for that exact reason. And the wood track cars have, I believe, the short can. Do they have the short can? Yes, they have the short can. There we go. So, yeah, it's a Gulf Aston and the kind of mango orange McLaren. Yeah, I know, big surprise, a mango orange McLaren. So those are coming reasonably soon. Scale Auto now. We have a 124 scale Lamborghini that they're going to be making, a mold that they're going to be making. I assume they're going to make tons of these. Guessing that this will be a Super Trofeo mold so they can make these forever. Well, maybe not. Might be a GT3 car. Doesn't really matter to me anyway. Beautiful, beautiful mold that you see here. It's just a mold in white so far. A test shot. I'm sure this is going to be a really beautifully running car. I don't do 124 scale really much anymore, but boy, this certainly makes things look a little interesting now, doesn't it? Slot It have released a few more photos of the GT40, the number 3, the gurney car that they will be releasing. I'd say probably in about a month or so, hopefully sooner. I mean, you know, we know what the GT40 looks like when Slot It does it. I mean, it looks absolutely spectacular. This one appears to be no exception. Cars that have arrived at certain dealers, I know I was mentioning to LEB, or LEB and I were talking because I did their newsletter last night. Their green DTM Mercedes is in, and the Minolta, the Konica Minolta, I guess we're forced to say, or it is just Konica. Doesn't matter. Acura is now in stock. Definitely beautiful cars. Also, by the way, the Slot It Toyota white kit is in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some exclusives that MR Slotcar have sent. I cannot thank these folks enough for allowing me to show these photos first. We have a new livery coming of the McLaren F1 GTR, the Lark livery, which was a beautiful livery on these cars that did happen to race in JGTC. I know, against the wide body Supra. Watched a really cool documentary about that recently. Really, really awesome car, and it absolutely destroyed the competition when it raced in JGTC. We have a new version, new livery rather, of the 60 Corvette. Now this is the gold and red livery on this car that looks absolutely stunning. It is really cool to see that they've done this car, and you know, I'm sure that we're going to have lots and lots of liveries of this coming. Definitely something to get excited about. So we also have a short wheelbase Italian sports car. Let's just call it that for now. This looks like a really nice mold. Again, how have we not had this car until now? I know Carrera did it years ago in 124 scale, and there have been a couple smaller manufacturers with resin maybe nibbling around the edges of this. But now we're going to have a pure, full-on race version of this car, as in a hobbyist quality version that would race with the gold and red Corvette. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see this. It looks really, really spectacular. Along with these photos of that prototype, we have this Aston as well. And oh my goodness. I mean, these are the equivalents of the classics, the Nenko classics. I mean, the equivalent. The same era is what I should say. Not speed-wise, these cars are going to fly. It is awesome to see true hobbyist quality cars coming in these classic molds. It gives us a lot of new options for classes for cars, for clubs, because let's face it, that is what these are made for, folks. We also have this livery, which looks really, really attractive. The red with the white recognition stripes on it. Oh man, I mean, what else do you need? I don't need anything else. I don't know about you, but I don't need anything else. We have a Momo 333 SP that is also coming. A very nice livery on this car. I mean, who doesn't love their Momo? Certainly. I mean, I love the Momo. You love the Momo? We all love the Momo. Get it straight. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with that. But again, you know, these cars from MR, just some really, really high quality work done on these cars, and very happy to see that. We do have a bit of ad copy. We're going to break into that right now. So the 250 short wheelbase is a test shot of the second car to be released in MR Slotcar's Classic Series. You saw the decoration that they're going to be doing on car. Stay tuned to Slotcar News, as it says here, for a look at production samples as soon as they arrive. MR has listened to feedback and is really considering the design on these cars. They've shortened the side valance on this car, as it was noted here. That's definitely very cool. The DB4 GT Zagato, it's again a test shot of a future release in the MR Classic range. The Zagato began its competition career in 1961. It's raced on a whole bunch of, infamous tracks, classic tracks, Monza, Rouen, Silverstone, and of course Le Mans. They have made sure to get the shorter, more rounded side valance as part of this design. So yeah, they're definitely listening to folks, and I mean, I think it's awesome that they've done that. So they've talked to, with regard to the Corvette, they've talked to dealers, it says here, and listened to feedback. Future releases of the C1 will have a shortened side valance. Please note that the product versions of this car will feature a black metal chassis. So there we are. Production versions, I should have said. Yeah, so, it's awesome that they have listened to feedback from folks where, there had been definitely some criticism. And I think, to be fair, warranted. I mean, they have changed the design. And, this is a case where, the fact that they've listened to folks and that they've changed the design when maybe they feel that they've made a mistake as well. I mean, obviously, regardless, they have changed the design. I think that should be a really good sign to folks, and a sign that, generally we need to cut these manufacturers a little bit of slack, especially the smaller ones that are only working with a couple of people. And believe me when I tell you, they're trying to get this right. They're trying to get this to a state that people are going to really, really warm up to these cars. They don't want to make something that is, known to be bad or whatever. I don't want to belabor the point too much more, but the fact that they've done this revision and done this for all of these classic cars is a really big thing for the hobby, frankly, folks. Alrighty guys, thanks for sticking around through the racing and show news. Another word on, where we are kind of in the hobby here that is basically based on the MR releases that we've seen. Years ago, we saw the Ninco Classics, as I said, and those cars were widely regarded as, really kind of core cool cars that a lot of folks tried to get. At that time, they were super expensive, especially given the level of quality in the car. The bodies were nice, if maybe a bit oversized, but the motors were nice depending on which motor, frankly, you liked. But now what we're getting is really high quality, hobbyist grade, very tunable. And, cars, if you want to make this car fast, you can. If you want to make this car just, kind of a cruiser and do, something kind of approaching a scale speed, let's say, although there really isn't scale speed in 1/32 scale because the cars would be going like a quarter mile an hour in real life. But regardless, I mean, it's really cool to see MR bring these cars as far along as he has, and just to be fleshing out these classic cars a bit more. It's a direction that a lot of companies haven't done, because let's face it, those classics have largely been ignored since Ninco had done them, and most of us even at the time couldn't afford them because they were upwards of $60 to $70 to $80 because of the MRC pricing on them, which was astronomical, especially at the time when a fly car, which was thought to be a high-speed car, we're talking back here in the early 2000s, guys, a fly car was about the same price with arguably a lot better detail. Yeah, so it's just nice to see, kind of take stock, I guess I would say, of where we were and where we are now, kind of how far we've come, that we're getting these very high quality classic cars. One thing, they have shown one of the colors, one of the liveries that they will do on the 250 to start with. But the other thing I want to caution, because it really is, it's kind of upsetting if you're the manufacturer. I would urge people, let's say, don't throw into any post about these classics, hey, I wish you would have made the whatever other car, other mark. Let's just be grateful that we're getting these cars now, because frankly, they've gone to a lot of time and expense to just get these cars rolling as far as design goes. There's a lot here for everybody with just these couple cars that we've already been shown now. These molds that we've already been shown now. Let's just kind of hold our fire about, oh, I wish they would have made this instead. Because we're going to get good stuff. I'm convinced of that. MR Slotcar have a long history in the hobby, and I'm sure they're in this for the long run. So just enjoy what we're getting. Let's just start there, and the rest of it, it'll follow, guys. Trust me, it will. Thanks very much for joining me. I appreciate that. I'm not sure that I'll be able to do a live stream this weekend. My health has still been a little questionable, but If I can do a live stream, I will. Especially, I'm really enjoying the new setup that I have going with OBS and the second camera. And yeah, it's just been a lot of fun to get that set up and start using it. So I really appreciate all the feedback and the folks that did watch the test live. Regardless, thanks a lot, folks. See you again soon.